Live. Now, luckily, the risk for severe storms is lower today than it was earlier this week, but that risk is still there, and many of us will be dodging rain in the coming days as you're trying to plan out your Mother's Day weekend to the coming days. So if you're not a fan of the hotter temperatures, soak up what you have right now while you have it. Today, across the Southwest into the coastal regions, LA, San Diego, you're actually near average, but you're starting to see some of that heat building in places like Vegas and Phoenix and even Salt Lake City. So you're noticing that heat today, and that will be intensifying in the coming days. If you're headed out to Oracle Park with the Pirates taking on the Giants, it is going to be a little bit breezy. We just showed you some of that marine layer that's hanging around. Hopefully that continues to clear, but the winds will be a bit breezy and gusty at times, which could make it feel a little cool once that sun goes down. So just keep that in mind. If 50s and a bit of a breeze feels cool to you coming home from the game, you might want to make sure you have a sweater for that. Overnight tonight, we are near average and fairly quiet, maybe a few sprinkles here through portions of Montana, but quiet and near average overnight tonight there in the Pacific Northwest. But a little bit of a different story as you look across the Great Lakes region and the Midwest. We're watching as more rain fills in along the Ohio Valley, and for much of this area, we've had quite a bit of rain recently, so the ground could be starting to get a little saturated here. Overall, a quiet night for places like Chicago and Detroit, but that rain is a little bit farther south in places like Cincinnati. For tomorrow, we have rain spread across the Northeast, and not just rain, that chance for some storms. This is a split weekend, so if you're trying to plan out Mother's Day weekend, yes, tomorrow will be a bit wet across this region, kind of cool, kind of dreary, but Sunday for Mother's Day looks a lot better, so you'll be able to plan whatever you want to do for Mom on Sunday outdoors. Let's head to Gillette Stadium with the New England Revolution taking on Philadelphia Union. A bit of rain around, so if you're headed to that game tomorrow, plan on that. Rainy and on the cool side, so you might want a sweater underneath that rain jacket as you're heading to or from the game. Let's head to Charlotte, North Carolina, where the Truist Championship will be ongoing here Saturday, Sunday. Both days look great, but you'll notice maybe a little bit hot each afternoon, especially Sunday as we're heading into the mid-80s. You may be looking for some shade if you're planning on heading out to that. We have that chance for scattered rain and storms sticking around the Gulf Coast. We've got a boundary that's just kind of stuck here, and it's going to bobble north and south, bringing us not a complete rain out, but a forecast that we'll have to plan around. So tomorrow, you're planning around that chance for rain and storms there in Jackson and New Orleans and even Atlanta. Meanwhile, it's getting hot in places like Tampa and Miami. Nashville also warming up. By Mother's Day across the Southeast, we will still be planning for most of us around that rain. It won't be a complete washout, so you should be able to enjoy with Mom.